Hello and welcome to day 64 of 365 Facebook Lives. My name is Jessica Lozano and I'm a relationship and feminine embodiment mentor. I help women, single or in a relationship, have extraordinary relationships. So today I have something to talk to you about, a discussion. Sorry, I look like I had something in my teeth. I think it's just like there's something on my screen here on battery. So we're going to have to make this quick. So I binge watched on Saturday the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleader documentary. Yesterday, my neck was all fucked up and I literally just was watching TV all day. That's all I could do. My head needed to be supported. So I watched the entire documentary yesterday. And I would love to have this discussion with you about what I saw and what I believe doesn't send a message to women about. It sends a message to women to continue to overfunction. That's basically it. So if you haven't watched it, well, okay, let me start from the beginning. So first of all, I want to say that these women work extremely hard. They work extremely hard. The standards to be a cowboy cheerleader is very high. Very high. And I think that is I don't know, not good, great. It's world class. It is world class how they handpick every single one of these girls and the different types of judges that they have, the well-rounded type of woman that they want as a cheerleader. Is it on? Yeah, it's on Netflix. And they hey Veronica, by the way. Well-rounded, it's external beauty, it's internal beauty, it's their dancing skills, it's their ability to connect with all the other girls on the team and on the squad. It's about their ability to have good stamina, to eat well, because they rigorously train. And they have to be really good-hearted people. Like, they do a lot of charity work, right? Like, they go out to old people homes, elderly homes. They do things for like Thanksgiving and the holidays. So there has to be this genuine place in their hearts where they care about people, right? It's not about just an aesthetic thing and you're beautiful and you can dance and then you're like hollow in the heart. It's not about that. They really do a beautiful job of having a very high standard of a team and high of the person and their abilities to shine and to bring the light in the stadium and all the things, right? So beautiful job, great judges, well-rounded judges from everywhere, all the things. But here's the thing. We all know that cheerleaders don't make a lot of money. And the thing is that most of these women have full-time jobs. Straight up full-time jobs. One of the lead captain in it, she is a nurse and she takes care of this really, really sick little girl that needs someone there like pretty much 24/7. Like, this poor girl is so sick. They show you a little clip of it. And so you can tell the level of genuine care that I can't remember her name, but she is the head cheerleader for that year. You know that she really cares. Like, you can just feel it from her, and like, that's an intense job. So most of these girls have full-time jobs. There was like an orthodontist on there. like these women have full-on careers. They practice after work from 7 to 10. Then sometimes I think midnight. I think one of them, the head cheerleader in the beginning, she said that sometimes she doesn't get home till midnight, doesn't go to bed till 1 a.m. and then wakes up at 6 a.m. That's 5 hours of sleep. Like and that's just her. Most likely all the other girls have something very similar to that. And she's like, I have to food prep because she doesn't have time during the week, which I can understand. I think most people understand that like food prepping is great and most people don't have a lot of time, but these women literally don't have a lot of time. So they have a full-time job. On top of that, they have a part-time job. And here's the thing. Here's the kicker. These women, they go to be on the Dallas Cowboys because it is such a Cowboy Cheerleaders squad because it's such an honor as a dancer and as in the whole cheerleading industry for them to be on this squad, right? So they don't do it for the money, but it extracts them from their like feminine essence. Like, where's the rest? Where is the valuing what they are bringing to the whole Dallas Cowboy brand? Like, they get paid, I think right now, $35 a game. That is a 3-hour game. Just in the game, that is not including what it takes before, getting ready for everything, practicing before, and then the drive home. So it's just like, what is it teaching? What is it teaching to women who look up to these cheerleaders? And this whole high standard that they have. And here's the thing. They built a really strong and powerful community. That is one of the really good things that they did, right? It's kind of like CrossFit. The whole CrossFit thing that they did that was so well is that they built a really good community, but everything else about CrossFit I despised because as a trainer, there is no rhyme or reason to their workout of the day. The form that I would see is so horrendous that I, as a professional personal trainer, master trainer, shocked. Most people, the general public cannot be doing that. Is not something that the general public should be doing. So it is very similar to like what they do, the community that they built. So it's like there is all these different components that really draws in women. Right? You get to like the fame that you get, the sisterhood that you get, the fact that you were 1% out of, or however many percent, the top percent to actually get on the squad. So all your hard work, the level of success that you feel from it, right? There's like an honorary thing about it. But it's so masculinized. And it teaches these women to overextend themselves for that glory that they get as a cheerleaders. And I feel that women, like if I did not know what I know now about feminine energy, about really protecting your feminine core, your radiance, your softness, your yin, your magic, your juiciness, your pleasure. If I didn't know about that and I was still in the old version of myself about hard work and discipline and all this, I would look at that documentary and say, I'm not working hard enough. I need to work more. It's like so extracting of women's essence. Now, of course, these women, a lot of them are young, so they can do that level of exertion that they can do. I mean, there's no way, when I was in my early 20s, I could probably do that. There's no way I could ever do that now. But what is that teaching as young women in their early 20s? They have to overdo, overfunction to get praise, and my efforts are not worth much is the other subliminal message here. My efforts are not worth much. There's something just completely wrong with that whole thing. You don't even get to keep your uniform. And they don't care. They don't care. It's a short-term career. It's not guaranteed. Every year you have to try out again, which is, I think, is great. This is why they keep that level of standard that they have and why they have been such an icon for the United States and for the football industry and cheerleader industry. And they're called America's sweethearts. Is that how you treat America's sweethearts? Is that how you treat the feminine? As these mules for performative mules, because this is what it is. They are performing. It's a performing feminine that they're doing. They have to put on a happy smile. And if you're not feeling good, you got to go. I remember one of the girls on there said, she's like, I have strep throat right now. And she's going out to perform. And here's the thing. The word I'm going to say just shows you how masculine it is. I respect what they've created in terms of the high quality standards, the world class appeal. They do take care of their girls in there, meaning like if one of the girls was sexually harassed and were on top of it, were like taking care of it, were like on it, and allowed her to have a voice, to be seen, to be validated. They didn't, and it wasn't anything, it was an ass grab. So it's small in the spectrum of the harassment scale, but it's still harassment, and doesn't matter if it's something small or big, like it's uncomfortable and you feel unsafe. And they did have her back on it. So they do have that element to it. But on the bigger scheme of things, the subconscious messaging that's being set there is America's sweethearts that are women are for your performance, and it's an overfunctioning to feel the praise, and I am not worth that much for it. There's something about that whole thing that is a perfect example of exactly what is happening in the world with the feminine, with her being performative and with her over functioning. And I'm not behind that, because the way I look at them is like this. I respect them. That is a masculine energy. Women want, the feminine core need of a woman is to feel cherished and adored and loved. And that's not what they're doing with them. And then most women wonder why their relationships aren't working when they have been taught to overfunction, overgive, and overdo for peanuts. For peanuts. So I would love to know if you've seen it, what you thought. If you haven't watched it, go watch it and then come back to this live and let's have a conversation. Or just send me a DM, because it's like the only, like, I just keep coming back to that word, respect. I have mad respect for them. And men core, the masculine's core need is to feel respected because of the work that because of how they create needs to be seen and acknowledge that what they're doing is good. Masculine energy. I would not put the words, I adore these women, I cherish these women, because they're not treating them like that at all. At all. There's something along with that needs to change. Something about that needs to change with that. In the world in itself. They either should be getting paid more, compensated somehow more appropriately, and not treated like mules to perform. And the thing is that I don't think they know that there's anything wrong with that. Because these girls are so young, they're in their early 20s. Of course, they have a lot of energy. And usually the things don't hit it when you're young. They usually add up and catch up to you later. But by the time that it comes later, you're in a relationship, in a marriage with kids, and you realize, holy shit. Holy shit. I have been functioning in my masculine. So, yeah, let me know what you think about that documentary, the Cowboy Cheerleader documentary, and how it lands with you in the whole feminine embodiment and the women's core need of wanting to be cherished. And do you feel like that when you watch it? Or do you feel more of a masculine energy, like, I respect these women? And what is it teaching young women in America about feminine energy? About being a woman? What is it teaching? So let me know, because yeah, lots to say on that. Okay, that's it for today. I will talk to you soon.